Hello. How's everybody doing? Is there a way for me to have chatty on top all the time? I know. Oh yeah, there is right here, right there. It's very easily visible. Hey, how you doing? Today we're going to be playing a SpongeBob SquarePants plug and play. Now, you may be asking, what's a plug and play? Because there are some people on YouTube that were born after the housing crisis. And my webcam is very to the side. I don't know what that's about. Well, essentially at some point, that is Dutch. That is Dutch. Essentially at some point, somebody was like, I don't like having to deal with all these like cables and cords and stuff to play video games. So I'm gonna make a console where, you know, all of that is in one thing. You know, which is kind of how we used to do it, but, you know, everything goes full circle eventually. So, you know, one use for them was to re-release classic games because, you know, we didn't have WiiWare or anything like that back then, so, you know, you had to do it how you had to do it. You had to either put it on something like this, or you had to, you know, make an entire disc out of it. Yeah, there was an Atari 2600 one, I had that one. There was a Sega Genesis one, and I had that one. Anyway, I think the more interesting version of this is the ones that were based on licensed properties, which brings me to this right here. Yes, it's SpongeBob's nose, and you jork it all over the place to play the game. So yeah, we're gonna play that. My viewer counter is not updating correctly. Apparently, I don't know what's up with that. I have I'm doing a thing with StreamerBot for that, but it's not working seemingly. But I don't think I can open StreamerBot from this monitor. No, here it is. Let me see, where's the thing? Jork specific. Where is this? Update info bar. Yeah, it says to add Twitch viewer count. Yeah, so that should... By all means, that should be working. Except it's not oh, wait. I might know what the deal is. Where is the, where are the timers? The services, yeah, timers. Oh, yeah, I disabled that. That's why it's not working. There, that should do it. Let me see. Wait, is it running? Is it running? Should be. How many times is this triggered? It doesn't say. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't have to work this time. Anyway, here you go. Thank you, Mixling. Anyway, this is gonna be composite video, because that's the best you can do with these. I mean, I think there's emulators for these, but not this one in particular. Because it's a blob chip. I'm trying to get my webcam where I want it. Oh well, if I turn it this way— oh no! My green screen. The secrets have been revealed. What on earth am I doing? Where's my, where's my camera app? Yeah, like right there. There we go. That's more like it, I think. Probably, maybe. Yeah, and it sounds like a freaking, Atari console of some sort. So, this is the one I spent the most time with. There's like several more SpongeBob ones. Huge mysterious bubbles are surrounding Bikini Bottom and blocking all exits to the city. SpongeBob has taken it upon himself to burst every bubble. Yeah. And it's basically Arkanoid. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that music, because there will be no more of it. Yeah, so I also very much enjoyed the Sega Genesis one, because I didn't have a Genesis growing up. And that and stuff like Sonic Mega Collection were how I experienced those games for the first time. I obviously ended up getting a Genesis later, though. Because, I mean, I've streamed on it, you should know that. You should know that, monolithic single viewer. These graphics are really charming. Yeah, it's honestly good sprites, you know. SpongeBob's inkling fingers aside. I think that's just a side effect of composite video. Come on. Come on, hit the red one. Hit the red— no, okay. Now I gotta hit the barrel. And that's how you win. That's the game right there. And then there's another level. where you burst even more. This is about the extent of it. I don't know how far I'm gonna get. Yeah, it does kind of have that Game Maker vibe. They made, like a Namco re-release or something before this. And keep that in mind, because that will be relevant later. It will be on the test. I think that's the one that makes the ball faster. Do I even want that? Might be a powered down, considering how you look at it. You should play some production music from the show or something. Well, the only problem with that is that some of that will get me get my video claimed, and I don't really want that. But if you guys want, I can put something on in the background. I mean, just let me know. Play the title screen music over and over. Yeah, if I want to end up with literally 0 followers or subscribers, that would be a good thing to do. Put Comic Sans on the bonus tech. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? If I want to scare off every single viewer I've ever had, then yeah, I will play the title screen music over and over. You know, it's kind of funny because, like, there's almost a discrepancy between the console capabilities, because, like, I'd say this looks 16-bit, maybe not like Super Nintendo, but something like the PC Engine, maybe. But it sounds like it's coming out of an Atari computer. So it's very it's very interesting. Kind of has that Castlevania harmony of dissonance thing going on. SpongeBob SquarePants Egavania. I say that as a joke, while everybody in my chat knows good and damn well I would play the hell out of that. You know it. What would a SpongeBob Metroidvania entail? I mean, Legend of the Lost Spatula was almost that. Except Legend of the Lost Spatula was also almost good. Yeah, so... I mean, I don't know, probably something like that. I think there's enough you could mine from... Can you hit that bubble, please? SpongeBob, I am jostling your nose all over the place. Please hit that bubble. The Yellow Avenger is structured kind of like one. Yeah, that's true. That's also... I had that growing up. Had that on the DS. And I mean, I thought it was okay. It wasn't any Battle for Bikini Bottom, I'll tell you that much, but it was okay. It was a decent enough way to pass the time. Oh no. There's a life down the tubes. You ever think about how they call the town? Oh no. You ever think about how they call the town Bikini Bottom? That's kind of weird, kind of lewd. I don't know. And as we all know, SpongeBob SquarePants would never be dirty. Oh, what is that? Oh, well, I just wasted the heck out of that. Probably got rid of bubbles or something. It's near Bikini Atoll. Oh, yeah, that's right. Which is messed up in a different sort of way. Which reminds me of that one episode, that one post-movie episode, where they explain Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's origin story, and it was actually really funny, because the joke was that they go through this long... Oh, that's a fish. They go through this long list of like superhero origin stuff, like, oh, they were hit by lightning and they fell into a vat of radioactive waste and all that stuff. And then it's like the thing that did it was they heated their popcorn too long. Big Boss has been in the vicinity of Bikini Bottom. I mean, Snake has met the Peepo Monkey before, so I wouldn't put it past him to have a SpongeBob SquarePants crossover. Hideo Kojima's SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh yeah, that's what you want right there. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Yeah, there you go. See, that's what that looks like when you actually use it correctly. Yeah, don't let that drop, please. Do not drop your balls. Oh, there are jellyfish here now. What do those do? Okay, they just sort of bounce off. The jellyfish change color. Maybe I can kill them. I think Arkanoid had enemies too. I've never played that far into Arkanoid, but it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. Has the most banging credits music I think I've ever heard. And time has started flowing reversely. Now you know what it sounds like? This game sounds like Commander Keen, like the first 3 Commander Keens. Ugh, don't do that. SpongeBob, are you okay? Do you need medical assistance? Be careful, Snake. His body can absorb blows like he's made out of some kind of spongy material. Spongy material. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Yeah, Snake can cross over with Sonic, and Sonic can cross over with SpongeBob. That's just straight up a Space Invader. Has SpongeBob ever met aliens? Has that ever been a plot? Man, I am no good with multi-ball. I cannot keep the balls in play for more than a second or two. How many stages are there? I have no freaking idea. Your guess is as good as mine. Don't worry, I won't play this the whole stream. We have other things. We have other things to get to, but I wanted to play it a little bit. Patrick has met alien. Oh yeah, Patrick Star Show. I don't know a dang thing about what goes on in there. The HUD implies that it can reach triple digits. True, but it also might loop. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, there's 5 games here that I want to get to. Yeah, I haven't bothered to watch any of the Patrick Star Show, so I don't know what happens. Besides, they redesigned his parents for no real reason. And I mean, I know SpongeBob's not a particularly continuity-heavy show, but I always felt the reasoning for that was, like, a little weak. I don't know. Whatever. Also, that statement about Patrick not having a sister is wrong twice over. Like, not only does he have a sister, he has 2 of them. I don't know. Which one's canon? Are any of them canon? Is there a canon? Besides the one I'm going to be fired out of? I mean, something's gotta be canon, because without canon, there is only chaos. Like, SpongeBob working at the Krusty Krab has to be canon, or else we have a series of disconnected shapes. That is our show. Which, granted, some shows have become dangerously close to being. Like Teletubbies. It's actually a recurring joke in the Patrick Star Show that the family members constantly forget each other. Yeah, you know what? I can respect that. I can respect that as a way to sort of patch it up. It's a little Ian Flynn-esque, but you know what? We'll accept it. That was it. That was the Patrick Star Show. What is that? Like, the long-armed man? I mean, games like this are interesting just to see, like, what the next stage is gonna be, because you never know what to expect. Am I about to run out of, multiplier? I don't know. Am I ever gonna earn an extra life? Ooh. Yeah, the catcher's mitt lets you hold it in there. Oh, I got distracted. I looked over at chat at the exact wrong moment. But yeah, it's a shame you seemingly can't emulate this one. I know several of the plug-and-plays are, you know, the working in MAME, which MAME they just emulate whatever the heck they want to. They're just like, today we are emulating a pregnancy test. And they're just like, oh, okay. I guess that's what we're doing today. Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today. Oh no! Yeah, this game is probably almost over as it is. Because I am bad at video games. Here. Come on, go in the hole. Go in the crevasse. Well, not quite what I meant, but it's something. Yeah, I don't know if there's any way to get extra lives or what. Oh, okay. I don't think I want that. Oh, they considered adding Sam to the Patrick Star Show. She appears in the background on occasion. Oh, I did not know that. I guess I will give them more credit. Like, I did not think that they would go that far. I do know that the grandpa is played by Dana Schneider, though. So that's pretty based. Oh. Okay, well. Probably about it for that game, I suppose. Continue. Wait, if I continue... Oh. Well, no, we can keep going a little bit. Because I didn't know I started on the same stage. You lose your... You lose your score. Here lies Butthead, he never scored. I'm gonna blame this on having to control the game with SpongeBob's nose. That's gonna be my excuse. Yes, yes, yes! Yeah, I will say that it's not terribly surprising to me, now that you say it, because the show as it is now really likes its continuity nods, which is funny because, again, SpongeBob barely has any. And, you know, that can be both a boon and a curse. Like, admittedly, I did smile seeing Prawn in the show. Because, you know, I grew up playing Battle for Bikini Bottom, so it's nice to see that game that took up so much of my time legitimized in a way. But then you also... yeah, Dennis and the Carjacker. But then you also... It can be a little obnoxious because they brought back Nosferatu as a recurring character, and I've said before that it kind of ruins the joke, because the whole joke with that is that it kind of just comes right the hell out of nowhere and makes no sense. It's like if the horse and gorilla from the end of that one episode were recurring characters. Yeah, Count Orlok, I knew that, but they didn't. So they call him Nosferatu. What's funny is that Count Orlok is referenced in Castlevania, which, you know, probably isn't surprising to anyone, but like there's a room in Symphony of the Night, like Orlok's Chambers or something, which implies that Count Orlok lives somewhere in the castle, though I forget if you ever actually see him. Yeah, you're a little bit tired of nostalgia bait. I understand. Nostalgia is a potent thing these days, and it feels like everybody's trying to cash in on it. Like, you got Animaniacs coming back, Tiny Toons, DuckTales, even though the DuckTales revival was pretty damn good, if you ask me. But you got I don't know, there's others. You got plenty. I cannot hit these blocks. They gave more attention to Bubble Bath. Yeah, I do actually like that, because one, he's a character archetype that SpongeBob didn't really have. And also because if you know your production lore for this show, Bubble Bass was going to be a major character, but they just didn't do it for some reason. Yeah, 20-year later sequels. Like, my mom is watching the Scrubs revival, and I've caught a little bit of the original show because I've been in the room while she was watching it. Was he pitched as a rival initially? I believe so. Yeah, that's one thing. DuckTales, I think, was good because they tried to put their own spin on it. You know, they had actual ideas. Scrubs has a revival. Yeah, man. Oh, seashells. I don't know what those do. Oop. Oop. The spatula is a really good item, though, because you can just do this. I'll probably switch those soon, because I want to give enough time to check out all the games on here. I don't just want to play this one all day. Though, if I'm being honest, the third game, I want to say, is not super substantial. How do I get rid of that? How do I get rid of... Oh, you probably can't. It's just forever. The spatula is like a loophole. Okay, I'll play this stage and then we'll move on to the next game. Okay, can I actually make any use of the multi-ball? You gotta be... Well, yeah, there goes that. You gotta be, like, on the ball, no pun intended, if you want to do that. Also, I know there's no music, so it's not a huge deal, but is the volume balance okay? The sound effects aren't coming in too loud or anything, or too quiet? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move on now. Malibu. Yeah, so this was 2003, so I don't know what SpongeBob season was airing then. I know... I'm pretty sure the movie was 2004, so I want to say we were on season 3 at the time this came out. Giant bullworm and its nasty henchmen are terrorizing Bikini Bottom. Against SpongeBob wishes, Sandy has decided to repel the attack on her own. Okay, so You remember I said that they sort of did a Namco collaboration? Okay, so listen to this. Yeah, that sound effect is taken straight from Bosconian. And I mean, Bosconian is a Namco game, isn't it? So yeah, you gotta shoot 'em up in here. She fires acorns at stuff. Okay, there's no auto fire. You can't hold the button down. You have to press it again and again. Silver Surfer. Yeah, kinda. Don't pull an Ego Raptor and Rage Shart. I'm a little afraid of what that means. Yeah, it does look like that scene from Atlantis SquarePants, though technically this came first, so Atlantis SquarePants looks like this. Man, Atlantis SquarePants was such a weird... I mean, SpongeBob had a lot of weird specials in the later era, but it's like... I don't know, just something about the way the whole thing played out was just very strange to me, even back in the day. It's a pretty lame musical. I mean, they had David Bowie in it, and he didn't even sing. What was that about? Okay, my thumb is going to be extremely tired by the time I'm done with this. I might have to readjust my grip here. For more appropriate jorking prowess. Probably would have cost more to have him sing. It always does. The patchy segments in Truth or Square and Atlantis SquarePants used to creep me out. Which one is the one with the hallucinations? You remember the episode with Triton? Yeah, I remember that one. That was definitely a big nothing of an episode. Though, again, you know, once you get past the movie, big nothing of an episode is kind of a recurring trend. It's more misses than hits, if you ask me. I mean, there's some stuff after the movie that I did like Krusty Towers I think is pretty funny. Fear of a Krabby Patty. I liked those. But yeah, after a while, it got so phoned in. I mean, that's something I can't say of the era now, because I feel like you can tell you know, if nothing else, that the people working on the show kinda care about it now, instead of just, we are doing this because Nick wants us to. So that they can keep printing money. I do feel like Sandy could move a little bit faster. I don't know how long this goes on for. Are these like landmines? I don't know what these are supposed to be. Like anthropomorphic landmines. Urchins. Oh, that's right. That is a true. Also, I feel like we're reusing level design. You know, these games might be a little bit cheap. Act surprised. But you know what? Whatever. Yeah, I held on watching the show for a little bit longer than I probably should have. But I think it just took me a while to really come to grips with the fact that it's like, oh, I don't really like this as much as I used to. Okay, I'm swoosing in, grabbing that extra life. Uh-oh. Well, rip Sandy. Yeah, I definitely think the slow pace kind of kills this one. It's just you're moving way too slow. Uh-oh. I could be in trouble here. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I will live. I will survive another day. Ah! Never mind. I definitely think that one of the big flaws of a lot the post-movie seasons is that I feel like they leaned in too far to SpongeBob's childlike attributes. Because, you know, a thing that SpongeBob was always designed to be, he was kind of meant to be age agnostic, I suppose, is how you would say, like... In fact, the whole reason he goes to boating school specifically is because Nickelodeon wanted him to go to school, but Hillenburg didn't want to commit to, like, something that a kid would probably do, but not an adult. So, he kind of compromised by having him be at, you know, driving school. Yeah, a touch of Rocco is probably a good way to put it. Oh wait, can you... Oh, I thought you could, like, ricochet them off the slopes. That would have been a cool mechanic. That would have been fun. But too bad, that is just a hallucination I had, and is not an actual game mechanic. Not a flying toy. Speaking of flying, what the heck is Sandy even on? Like, some kind of shell something or... Like, how's she doing this? You know, those have weird hitboxes, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna make a call-out post for those hitboxes. Gonna call them out on Twitter, Tumblr. Twitter doesn't even exist anymore. It has become a right-wing hellscape of torment and despair. Oh. We're in one of those Zelda rooms. Oh. The lack of music kind of leaves me alone with my own thoughts, and that's a scary thing to do. Oh, okay. Goo Lagoon. You got a different level here. Different aesthetics. And you got, like, very noticeable color bleeding on the composite video source. Goon Lagoon. Hillenberg if he wasn't a coward. Very noticeable deinterlacing jitter. Yeah, I just have it set to, like, the Retro Tanks Motion Adaptive. Maybe there's a better option, I don't know. Is that tar? Or is that the goo? What is that? What is that? What is it? I'm scared to go. Oh, it just slows you down. And in this game, becoming even slower is quite a scary prospect. Yep, just have these guys jump out at me. Jump scared by whatever these are. Yeah, it's a little dull. Just because, you know, you have to wait so long for the screen to scroll. Oh, bubbles. Tar bubble. The raccoon tail. Oh, BP, man, what have you done? What have you done? Might just do my taxes while this is going on. Oh, I ran out of the power-up. Season 5's go- Oh, it's the big man! Oh, he's too powerful. Handsome Squidward is weird, because, like, I think that, you know, it's a pretty funny joke, but it's also, like, the only joke that episode has. It's like, we made a funny drawing of Squidward, and that's just the whole episode. I feel like there are a few episodes that are kinda like that, where it's just like, yep, this is the only joke. The meme version only happens at the end. Yeah, but the whole episode was made in service of it. Speaking of funny drawings, I just did mine. Oh, well, I'll have to check that out in a minute. I'm a little busy. I'm a little busy right now. The 3 million mile top hits a Bikini Bottom. Holy fuck, what has humanity wrought? Have you guys ever seen that, PSA for global warming, where, like, Mr. Krabs is trying to make money with a swimming pool, so he accelerates global warming on purpose? And then it's like the pool dries up and it's just... No. At least I feel like I remember that. Because I just remember it being like some freaking, lost episode creepypasta crap. It's legitimately that meme where it's like, you know, Cause global warming. Wait for Christ to return. Except SpongeBob just actually did it, unironically. I don't know. Like, I don't want to be one of those guys on TV tropes where it's like, the global warming PSA. Dear God, the global warming PSA. But I will admit there was something a little uncanny about it. And I mean, obviously apocalyptic implications. Like, I don't know if they wanted us to think that hard about it, but it is like, oh yeah, because of Mr. Krabs, everybody's gonna die now. Like, because of irreversible greenhouse effects.
Arr, SpongeBob, me boy. I'm accelerating the end of days so that I can go to heaven.
Oh, what do you mean it turns around? That is just, that's some crap right there. Mr. Krabs being the death of everyone is a logical end to the series. SpongeBob SquarePants grimdark fanfic. Oh, you're probably just trying to destroy all of these, aren't you? Oh no, that one's indestructible. It's only that one that does that. Gordo. What do I do? Whoa. Whoa. I mean, maybe if I just hit him enough, it'll work. But that sounds like a you're not doing damage noise. God, my thumb is getting tired from playing this game. I'm gonna switch hands. Can you die?
If I take that off, will you die? No, fuck you.
Oh, the weak- you think the weak spot is the hole in his head? You know? Oh, you know, that would make sense. Oh, yeah. That makes sense because you gotta get in there. You gotta get in there while you have an opening. No pun intended. Yeah, I might not get to the end of this. Either because I game over or I die of old age. So does shooting him trigger him to fire the thing? Oh! What the heck? What was that about? Why'd he become a Pac-Man ghost? Okay, Jellyfish Fields. Oh, we got new enemies, though. That's pretty cool. I suppose. I'm glad that running into a wall doesn't kill you. They act like the old enemies. Well, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, you gotta hit these things, like, towards the top for it to count. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me, I'm sterile.
When do these things become active? Come on, come on, come on. Don't touch me. No touchy. Oh. I can only fire so fast. Please spare me from this monstrosity. No, you don't. No, you don't. I was about to say, what do I do about this? You just, wait for him to go forward and dodge. It's not particularly difficult. The thing that's gonna get you is the jump scares. The Five Nights at Freddy urchin jump scare.
Hey, Krabs. I'm the man behind the slaughter.
Okay, Invasion of the Hooks. This is the one I was never really crazy about. They dangle down with their pleasing shape. Yeah, that's just quoting the show straight up. Yeah, so you're just defending them against the hooks, including Sandy for some reason. Despite the fact that she is not a fish of any description. Who will be the first to die?
Hello, Squidward. Would you like to play a game? I know you hate your job at the Krusty Krab. Stick your balls in the deep fryer.
Man, Jigsaw is getting awfully direct.
Yeah, it's kind of just this, you know? Which, I mean, it's not bad, but it was always my least favorite. Is that- oh, that's a power-up. That's like something you get for points. Love that one, creeping down ever so gingerly. Good thing I have an infinite supply of Berg. Oh, Squidward! Squidward! Okay. You just throw Krabby Patties at the hooks, basically. Like Defender, except it doesn't play like Defender, so it's not that at all. Only just above being a Game & Watch game. Yeah, basically. This is the modern version that you'd have in the Game & Watch galleries. Except it would be Mario. The fish would be Luigi. Oh, so even when they're going up, you can hit them for more points. I don't like the uncomfortable silence after I win. Uh-oh, Mr. Krabs has been added to the mix.
Arr, boy, I heard you been throwing me patties away.
Yeah, you gotta, like, spread it out a little bit. You don't want to give any one hook your full attention. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Man, they really want you to just, like, mash the ever-loving hell out of this button. The hooks being different shapes is a nice touch. Yeah, actually, vaguely colorblind playable. Okay, I've grown tired of this. Now for the one everybody loves. Patrick, the starfish, has managed to get himself and his friends lost in a coral maze. Fortunately, there are many items around that may help Patrick escape the maze. Then I find out I'm stuck in Patrick's maze. Yeah, so this one is the most Atari adventure of the lot. Oh, no, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Welcome back, Fester's Quest. No, because see, this has a weapon that is actually usable. Yeah, collect treasure. Because you know how I want that maximum score. As the walls shimmer aggressively as I walk past them. An electric fence underwater seems like an atrocious idea. Scary.
The clams are feeling musical tonight.
Yeah, so it's Simon. Ooh. I'm pretty sure that's just straight up a Zelda song. Like, that's the thing you play in Wind Waker. Okay, I won. I won the minigame. Now complete the challenge again to unlock the barriers. Okay, well why not just have the challenge in, like, why you gotta split it up? Yeah, Mary had a little lamb, we know. Some of the Simon bits in DKC 3. Yeah. Hold on one sec. Okay, the barriers are now open and I can progress through the maze. I like progressing through the maze. It's, you know, it's something I like to do. Along with scrambling the fairies. Yeah, so you get the fast burger. I'll tell you, when I eat a burger, I'm not moving like this. I'm not moving like this. Except maybe to the bathroom. And there's just random eyes. Oh, and SpongeBob was over there. He's looking very small. Very puny. Oh, hey, Squidward. Okay, what is this minigame? Find the pearl. One of the claims is hiding a pearl, but which one? Oh, so it's the magic cup or whatever they call it. Where you gotta follow it with your eyes. If this is loosely inspired by Club SpongeBob. Yeah, probably. Very likely. Okay. Okay, now hard mode. Except it's still not that hard. And I mean, I feel like you could probably keep going in those mini games if you wanted to. Probably goes on for a while. Because I noticed there's like a little Squidward icon in the corner. But I ain't got time for all that. Ain't got time for that. Going the opposite way that it tells me to, because I want points. I made a point of it. Oh, okay, not that way. Not that way either. Okay, they give you that so you can walk down this massive path without it taking 4 years. Okay, well that doesn't help me. Okay, let's go the way they actually want me to go. No, don't touch. You can look, but you can't touch. Oh. Yeah. That's not good. It's not good how many times I have been hit in the past minute or two. Oh, Mr. Krabs, what's he doing here? I mean, can we really describe him as one of Patrick's friends? Keep the pro in the air for 15 seconds by kicking the clam at the right moment. Oh. Well, that wasn't the right moment, I guess. How far away you gotta walk before Mr. Krabs is actionable again?
Yar, SpongeBob, me hitbox has despawned.
This isn't Mr. Krabs' voice in the slightest. Just like in Battle for Bikini Bottom. Oh no, it's gonna fall! Ugh. Now complete the challenge again. Do it 500 times over again. How many seconds? 30 seconds, okay. I can probably do that. I can probably make that happen. Keepy uppy. I was expecting there to be a second clam. Yeah, that might have been a more interesting way. Maybe that's a later version of the challenge. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I feel like this game loops like the rest of them, so I don't know, maybe when you're on like a later level, you have to deal with the higher level mini games. Or no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Nah, I've been fooled before, and you can't get fooled again. You cannot get fooled again.
There's too much obsidian. Send that shit to Bikini Bottom immediately.
There's like a star down there. I don't know how to get to it though. Okay, so probably go back up here where that burger was. Okay, not that one. Maybe that's the one after you get SpongeBob. Well, I guess I haven't seen Sandy yet. I don't think. Oh no, maybe I did and I forgot. Yeah, there you go. No, no, no. Leave me alone. I mean, they weren't wrong. This is a maze. That's nothing. That is absolutely nothing. Sorry, nothing. You know, just check everything out. He was going on. Oh, wait, I was here before. This is where SpongeBob was, I think. Maybe no, because this was the path I took. So it's just an area that looks like the other area because it's like Metroid for the NES. Just gonna reuse some level design. We made this in 5 minutes. Oh, I'm invincible, probably. Oh, but I still have collision with him. Oh yes, that's a beautiful drone that I will be hearing in my nightmares. Probably instilled me with some kind of sleeper agent. From now on, when you hear Steven Hillenburg, you will murder indiscriminately. Oh, no you don't, no you don't, no you don't. Oh, there she is. The clams. I feel like the color's a little off here. I could be wrong. Let me tweak that real quick. What was this? Okay, I feel like it's a little more saturated. Yeah, maybe like there. Something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Ever since that one incident, I haven't been trusting the video output. I forgot to look at the rules. Oh. Oh, okay, you just grab pearls. I didn't see how many it wants me to get. Yeah, I don't know, it just... Something about the saturation just isn't right to me. Maybe like here. Hereabouts. Is closer to what... I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Dang, that's what it looked like before. That's what I've had it on this whole time. Yeah, it's closer to something like this, I feel like. I might need to restart my computer to get it to look normal again. I don't know. I feel like weird stuff has been happening with my capture card as of late. But now I'm wondering if Patrick maybe looks a little too red. Looks a little blown out now. The desaturated colors looked better. Yeah, it's a little much now, isn't it? Oh, I pulled that right out of my ass. Maybe somewhere in the middle, I don't know. Maybe like here. Hereabouts. Because, yeah, I think that's roughly what I see. I feel like the walls look a little bit lighter green than on my screen. I don't know. I don't know. It's frustrating because I don't feel like I can trust my equipment. I would really like to be able to trust my equipment. Trusting my equipment is one of my favorite things to do. No, that's the way I came from. Where's the next barrier? Great Barrier Reef, etc., etc. God, the shimmer on this is kind of obnoxious.
A little bit obnoxious.
I love composite video. And this is after I've tweaked it with like the retro tank. I don't know where I'm going. That's the third time they've used this layout. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's a little bright looking to me. Maybe it's just my monitor. I'll have to check it out later. Yeah, it's just... Like I said, I don't know how much of it is OLED versus LCD and how much of it is bad settings. I couldn't tell you. Wait, what am I doing? I mean, I know SpongeBob was like somewhere down this way, I feel like. I just went like in a whole ass circle. Okay, I haven't been here yet. Okay, this is like back to an old area to the right there. Don't touch me. I would rather not associate with you. I guess those are probably the same enemies that were in the Sandy minigame. The jellyfish sprites are the same. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They were being economical. The composite was always a little dodgy. I can't believe you would dare imply that this is not made with the most exquisite, premium parts possible. I guess the main reason I don't fully trust the whole, like, it's just the LCD panel thing, or the IPS panel, not LCD. The main reason I don't fully trust that as an explanation is because my webcam looks pretty normal. Unless my webcam is secretly, like, dark as hell. And I just haven't realized. I mean, I'm a millionaire. I got that going for me at least. No, don't interact with me. Do not remind me that you exist. Okay, there's Gary. So we know where that is. We just gotta figure out where in this hellhole SpongeBob is. Oh. Honestly, the weird part about the colors is I feel like green is getting the most affected. I feel like the red doesn't look too off. It's just green looks a little light. But I know nobody comes here to hear me moan about video problems. Okay, so I need a Krabby Patty to get up there. But I have not seen one, I don't think. I have not seen one in quite a time. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's a star that way. Okay. I mean, they don't call it Patrick in the straight line. They don't call it that. Now do they? I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm looking for. I hope I don't have to go back to an earlier area. Okay. That would not be my ideal fun time. But it might be... It might be what I have to do. Because, yeah, there's treasure that way that I clearly have not collected. To the right here. I mean, obviously you can't get to it from here. I gotta go up and around. Don't touch me. Down, 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 down. Just follow the treasure. Follow the money. It will lead you to where you need to be. Oh, there's SpongeBob. Kicking at least 3 pearls into the basket. I'm not entirely sure I understood the rules. Oh, it's like that, huh? So... oh boy. Well, I messed that one up. Patrick's Dream Course. Yeah, it's basket golf. Oh. Well, I'm screwed. That was the easy version. Hang on, before I go back in there, I'm gonna do something real quick. Well, actually, maybe I can't. Maybe I need to do this. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe... there's something weird going on, I feel like. Because this looks pretty normal, but then you got... oh, wait. This might be what I want. Right here. But then you got some graininess in there. Yeah, it starts showing some grain. Let me see, where's the red in here? Well, I mean, I don't see red, I see like Yellow, blue. Maybe if I turn yellow up a bit. Well, what does that do? Probably not that. Yeah, side red. Like this. Just trying to adjust it to more or less be... Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know. Because, yeah, it's like the yellow. The yellow's kind of weird. Beats me right now. I don't... Without the green, it's kind of hard to... measure. I mean, I don't know. See, that looks more... I don't know. Maybe I'm psyching myself out. Come on, get in the... Yeah. Get in there. What, is that not enough? Well, I mean, I did it. Either way, I have accomplished something. Now, I'm scared to see the hard version of that. Oh, it's just the basket is higher. Oh, and the thing moves faster, which is all kinds of fun. How many do I need to get? Do I need to get all 5? Oh, no, get in there. It would kind of suck if I had to get all 5. No! At least 3. Well, that ain't it. That is not it. Hang on, I do wanna check this out real quick. What is this? This might be... Well, actually moving this bar isn't really changing much of any... Whoa, it's because I have it turned off. I'm stupid. Oh my god! Kinda crusts it up a little bit. Yeah, that's not what I want at all. Changing midpoint doesn't really seem to do anything at all. Yeah, it's not really doing. There might not be anything I can do about that. Cause yeah, I don't know, you can make it high contrast. Yeah, this is probably as good as it's gonna get. It's not exactly the same, but maybe that's just OLED. Maybe that's just OLED. That's what I'll tell myself so I can sleep at night. I mean, using an OLED monitor for this is kind of overkill. Well, get in there. Get in there. Okay, good. Come on. No, that's bad. That one's not going in. You're putting more effort into the visuals than the developers did. Yeah, it's just, I can't explain it, but green just looks desaturated on you guys' end compared to mine. But like, only really green, I feel like. I don't know. Like, it just looks too light. Wait, hang on. Let me... I have one idea. Not that. Green is a weird color across different monitor types. Well, yeah, maybe I'm just psyching myself out for no reason then. Maybe if I do like this. Not really. Not really. Okay. The video looked best with no alterations. So like this. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not what I'm seeing, though. It's closer to... Like, on my screen, it's closer to this. I just want it to be representative. Now, I don't know where I'm going at this point. Oh. Oh, okay, well, here's another health. I don't know how I didn't get that before. Oh. I would prefer if you didn't smack me in the ass. Please do not smack me in the ass. Please do not ass me in the glass. I don't even know what that means. What did I just collect? Was it health? I didn't even see it. I did not even see what I just picked up. I feel like the exit is somewhere on the left. Like, I remember seeing that in a video. But I do not know how to get there. The silence is truly deafening. Oh yeah, there you go. Yep, so that's the first time I've ever beat that. Never beat it as a kid. And no, it doesn't loop, just ends. Just ends. Okay, last game. The Super Chum Bucket. Plankton has used his remote control robots to capture Sandy Cheeks to bribe SpongeBob into giving him the delicious Krabby Patty recipe. SpongeBob will never give away the recipe and decides to risk life and Sponge to rescue Sandy himself. And yeah, it's basically Donkey Kong, but you're SpongeBob. Donkey Kong, except it controls a little bit better. I'm waiting on it. Okay. You gotta wait for him. You gotta juke him.
Hey, SpongeBob, I built my giant fist robot. Now I'm finally gonna fist you.
You wanna run that by me again?
Also, I like that SpongeBob's hand can go outside the aspect ratio.
My hand can go outside the aspect ratio.
Ooh, no, don't do that. Yeah, the ladder animation is is like weirdly good.
Response, start digging in your butt, twin.
You know, the absolute nutcase comics really have damaged how I look at this character. Mario, SpongeBob, Shrek, they've all been irreversibly damaged by the World Wide Web. As have all things been. Uh-oh. Oh. No, oh, Spaghetti-O. Probably also Sonic the Hedgehog. So is this all in the chum bucket? Because, I guess Plankton has harnessed that Time Lord technology. Okay, so I don't know if this game operates on Hotel Mario rules where I can hit that enemy from below. I'm a little scared to find out. Plankton has made the chum bucket bigger on the inside to accommodate all the customers he never has. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, don't do that. Yeah, it's a little Mario versus Donkey Kong. SpongeBob versus Plankton. Plankton done been crushed into a pancake. So when they made Robotic Revenge, were they like trying to trick you into thinking that was a sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom? Or is that just a coincidence? Yeah. I'm gonna end up playing Titans of the Tide at some point. I'm just behind. I'm behind on everything. Not just with streaming, just my entire life. The movie game. Yeah, I like the movie game too. I'm electrified. It's not quite as good as Battle for Bikini Bottom, but it's still got that sauce, that tartar sauce. Okay, what's the deal with these platforms? Nothing, I guess. The deal with them is absolutely, literally nothing. Uh-oh. But yeah, it's generally pretty good. There's some solid platforming in here. Like I said, it's basically Donkey Nog. Yeah, dodge that. Why was Timmy's dad obsessed with eggnog? Because they needed a running gag for that episode. Fairly Odd Parents is nothing without its running gags. Butch Hartman cannot climax unless there is a running gag. I guess he just doesn't slap the ground in this level.
My arms are tired. I don't get any customers, so I used the chum bucket as a goon cave. I took the H out of the logo. What a coincidence, that's me secret sauce! That's disgusting, you sick fuck. Oop. You're a sick bastard, you know that, Krabs?
Yeah, I have no idea what the bubble platforms are about. Like, they look like they would do something, but I guess not. I think Dustin is slowly losing it. That's just what happens when we get late in the stream. I run out of things to actually talk about, so I go balls deep into nonsense. They probably disappear if you wait too long. Oh yeah, I always forget that this is a game made for like 4-year-olds. So I'm playing it at a level they could never fathom. That would be a good name for them. Oh, they're icy. They're icy platforms. That's what the deal is. You know, the Fathom would probably be a good name for a Minecraft dimension, I think. Hour 2 of any Dustin stream is talking about cum in a plankton voice. You know, a bucket is not unlike a jar. I'm just saying. That episode with Mermaid Man's belt could have gone very differently. Is this loss? Oh god. Kinda makes me want to do an edit though. Oh, that was a butt clincher right there. See, you start up here because falling down there is strictly a punishment. SpongeBob kind of stares into my soul a little bit. It also doesn't help that his teeth are rapidly changing color because of composite video. I can't just jump up here, can I? Oh, I can. Yeah, the ladder is completely superfluous.
That's my ladder. I installed it to be completely superfluous. Check out my long list of OSHA violations. You know COVID-19? That was me!
Okay, that doesn't work. You can just jump up here. Oh! Mr. Krabs would probably call COVID the chum virus.
SpongeBob, trust me, you gotta drink the unpasteurized milk. It's better for you. The unpasteurized jelly. It'll give you the nutrients that Bikini Bottom hasn't had for 20 years. Sure, there's a little bit of shit in it. You just gotta ignore that. This voice is metamorphosizing into something other than plankton. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just Linkara. Karen, this comic sucks.
Craig L. Nelson meets Peter Griffin.
Karen, they call me the Lightbringer. Right, I don't know how many levels are in this game. It feels like a lot. You don't even have to go over there. It's not, there's no point. The rest of the stream is gonna be entirely in this voice. Because Dustin is a fucking hack fraud. He doesn't know what comedy is. Couldn't make a funny joke if his fucking life depended on it. See, the SpongeBob games always illustrate that because they're funnier than he is.
Oh. If you press right, you fall off the ladder. That was not true of Donkey Kong, but you know, SpongeBob gives you an emergency escape route. Or route. Do you say it route or route? That's the poll I'm putting up now. I'm not actually doing a poll because I'm pretty sure there's like 2 people in chat, so there's no point. Oh. Thank you for the raid, it is appreciated.
You've joined just in time for the worst commentary that's ever been.
Oh, hello, Coolified. Yeah, that enemy is definitely very Mario versus Donkey Kong. Like, I would believe you if you told me that they just stole that sprite from Mario versus Donkey Kong. Can I grab that? Yeah, I can. I gotta wait for him to open the door for me. I gotta say, I feel like the difficulty curve is kind of plateaued on this one. I feel like it's not really getting much harder anymore. Is this GBC? No, this is the Jakks Pacific SpongeBob plug and play. Standalone device, custom hardware. That's how we did it in the old days of 2003. before the housing crisis. Listen, I'm sorry. They didn't have this they didn't have this in the Twitch database as far as I could tell. Oh yeah, watch out for that. Watch out for that. I'll give you the old spicy keychain there. And now you just gotta climb this ladder. That's the rest of the level. Oh, how do I get that? How do I get that? Oh, just like that. That's it. You should see the controller. Here you go. Ooh. And you get to deal with deafening silence the whole time. The later SpongeBob plug-and-plays do have music, but not this one. This one you get, like, the title screen, and that's about it. Yeah, it's basically the Atari 2600, except if it had graphics. That's what we're dealing with here. Oh yeah, Atari looks nowhere near as good as this, but you know, I would hope this looks better, considering this came out like several decades later. I kinda gotta blow my nose, but I can't, there's no pause button. You just have to find somewhere safe to stand. Yeah, so this came out when SpongeBob was still vaguely a passable television program. And, you know, much before it became one again. I think, when did Battle for Bikini Bottom come out? Was that 2004? I don't know. I know the movie game came out not long. Oh, it came out 2003, so this is same year as Battle for Bikini Bottom. You know, nobody remind me how old that game is, because I will cry. I will cry. I'm an old bastard. In a couple years, I'm gonna be 30 years old, and I'm not ready for that. What if the plug-and-play games were part of the theater bonuses? What, you mean like emulated? Like the actual movie theater, or like a bonus in the game? Oh, you mean like the one you have to grind the shiny objects for? Man, that is such a weird thing. Especially in Rehydrated, where it was like concept art for the original game. Old bastard starts when you're pushing 40. Well, old bastard is a state of mind. You know, I used to be SpongeBob, but I'm going to be Mr. Krabs. When does old dirty bastard start? Well, again, dirty is a state of mind. You just have to be a poivoid. It almost looks like SpongeBob's wearing a bow when you align him like this. So if you wanted your transgender fanon SpongeBob design, there you go. Oh, you're right. Squidward is in between Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob. You know, childhood is when you relate to SpongeBob, but adulthood is when you become Squidward. But true adulthood is when you're living like Larry. Oh, you gotta wait for this to come all the way over here. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs, and then to Squidward? Did you ever watch this show? I don't think that's how it goes. Okay. I'm kind of just riding this last game until the end of the stream because we're almost there. I'm already halfway there. I'm past Squidward at this point. I'm like incidental 11. Well, don't you know, every single one of those incidentals is named now. And they have an associated running gag. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't do that. Alright, good to see you. Zlink Lario. Yeah, like I said, I gotta figure out why the counter below me isn't updating. I mean, I guess the main difference is old with money and then old with no money. That's a- oh, wait. What? Wait. Well, why do you go up here? What's the point of going up here? There's no reason to do that.
Yes, this is the area that I constructed to waste your time for no goddamn reason. Here's the staircase that's there for no reason. I don't know. I didn't think you'd play this far. I'm gonna be real with you. I legitimately thought the batteries would have died by now or something. I didn't put any thought into this little part. I don't know. I didn't think you'd get this far.
Oh yeah, that's fun. Oh yeah, that's right. Mr. Lawrence did play Cell, didn't he? That's very strange.
The Saiyan Patty secret formula.
Oh. No, that's alright. I didn't push that button, you're right. No, there's no airball here. If you want airball, you gotta go to the Kovar Crab. This is the chum bucket. We clown in this bitch. Ooh. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, come on. Just gotta wait a little while. Gotta wait a little while for that platform to come back over. Oh no! Oh no! That's worse than if I had died, to be real with you. The silence really is, it's just, it leaves you with all of your darkest thoughts. Oh, there's Sandy! That's the end! SpongeBob's like, I know your sins. You can't hide them forever. One day the chickens will come home to roost. Why did he take Sandy? So that there would be a plot, I guess. You know, we're acting like this series of events is even remotely plausible. Something about a bribe.
I'm going to lobby to illegalize the Krabby Patty. And I know just how to do it. That's right, human sacrifice. The Republicans love that.
Okay, well that's about it, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. At some point I will play the new SpongeBob game that is probably a lot more entertaining than that, but I've wanted to do this stream for a little bit because I'm nostalgic. What can I say? You know, and they're gonna do all these revival. They're gonna do the SpongeBob plug and play revival to prey on my nostalgia. Next stream will probably be Mega Man powered up because it is March. So, I hope you look forward to that, or not, I don't know. Hopefully I have this viewer counter fixed, but if not, then whatever. I don't know. The problem with this is that, you know, you can't really test it unless you're on the air, because otherwise you have no viewers. You know, so how do you know if it's working? How do we know when it's over?